Hi, this is PK, Pradeep Karna. I'm a realtor. Today I am talking about the impact of inflation in the housing market. We have heard that there are too much inflation, so interest rate is going up, and then price in the market is going up. So today I just wanted to explain just a little bit about how this inflation or how this interest rate, which is going up since last 4 or 5 months, is impacting on the housing market. So just first I just want to let you know that nobody can predict the future, and I also cannot predict the future for sure. But there are some factors, and that there are some factors in the housing market that impact significantly about the supply and demand of the house, the purchasing power of the people. So there is a term, it's called the effective demand. What is the effective demand? Effective demand is, there are many people looking for the house and everything, but effective demand is the willing and able buyers, meaning that I want to buy it and I'm willing it. It's not about I'm looking the house for the sake of looking, it's not. So that is called the effective demand. So what it comes in place is when the buyer is looking for the effective demand, the mortgage rate, the inflation, of course, is impacting the interest rate. So the Fed is implementing some of the mitigations measure to do the interest rate hiking. That is also impacting the interest rate of housing market. Now, let me explain you how it impacts. Say just one, give you one example right now. Say somebody has a target or the mortgage plan of they want to pay $2,000 a month as a mortgage, right? And then that buyer has about $100,000 saving for the down payment. Okay. Now, in this scenario, this is what I'm saying. I'm going to explain is if to make the mortgage payment of $2,000, they have to say the interest rate is 3%. The mortgage amount the loan amount they have to borrow is about $474,000. Okay, down payment is $100,000. That makes about $574,000 house. Okay, now say the interest rate went up to 6.5%. In that case, to make the mortgage of $2,000, their loan amount will be, of course, $316,000. Okay, and then it has $100,000 down payment. So the house price they can afford will be $416,000. Okay, look at here. So with 3% interest rate, the same person who wants to pay only $2,000 mortgage can afford a house of $574,000 versus if the interest rate goes up to 6.5%, they can only afford the house which will be $416,000, meaning that the difference is 27%. 158,000 of purchasing power reduced when the interest rate goes up. That is how the inflation is impacting the housing market or the buying capacity. Another thing is called the consumer pricing. Consumer pricing means, when in last 20, according to the data from the government, in June 2022, the general salary and then income source of the American people went up by 5%, 5.3%, which is good news. We got more salary, more paid than previous year. But in this year, the same period of time, the inflation went up by 9%, meaning that whatever our salary increased, and then the price went up of the stuff like the gas or the food or everything by 9%, meaning that the income we have is not able to catch up with the price increase in the market. So say if you have $100,000 saving to buy the house, same person will have to spend more money to buy their groceries, gas, and everything. So their income, sorry, the saving will also reduce because they have to catch up with the inflation. That's how also the purchasing power reduced. Another factor to it's called the mitigating factors. And when we are talking about the willing buyers or the able buyer, which is called effective demand. So the population is demographic is very different. The millennials are in the market to buy the house, okay, and those millennials have different sort of demands in the market, and that is also impacting a lot. Okay, so now we're talking about the supply and demand in the equation. You know that the demand is only half portion of the equation. Supply is another portion, another one. So when you call about supply, right, the buyer and then seller, the inventory can impact significantly because the interest rate goes up. The housing market seems like there is the people are not willing to buy the house. The inventory goes up. But again, just remember last 5-6 months ago, for one house there was 10 buyers. We used to have one house and multiple offers in there, 10 buyers. What's gonna happen is for the same number of house, right? Since the price doubled, the interest rate doubled, so there will be 5 people interested in that one. Again, at least right now, the supply is not meeting up to the demand. There is still need more supplies than the demand, but it is stopping by the interest rate. Okay, and then there is some expectation from the buyer and seller also. The expectation is that that nobody can predict the future, but some people are saying that interest rate will go down. I'll buy it. Seller want to say that in the house price going up, I'll sell it. Those expectations is not matching up here right now. But realistically, when there is a demand, when there is the people in the market to buy the house, willing, that's what I'm saying, the effective demand, who is willing to buy and then able to buy it, they can always go ahead and buy it. They should not be waiting. I mean, there is historically you can see that there is so many inflations happened in the past. Also, the interest rate went up. Again, the housing market was stable. So right now, another example I can tell you that if somebody has $100,000 saved, and then the inflation went up, the value of the purchasing power of that cash amount is less, meaning that you should not be holding the money in your bank, cash money in your bank, expecting that okay, the price is gonna go up, down, then I'll buy it, because the capacity of that cash value will down. So the best idea is to invest into the real estate market. Use that money to make money rather than holding in the bank, and then inflation will reduce the value of that money. So it's you have to decide how you're gonna utilize your money, how you're gonna analyze the market. But as a realtor, I wanted to bring up the impact of inflation in the real estate market. I hope it makes a little bit sense. For more information, you can always call me 602-291-6676, 602-291-6676, or you can email me at pkhomes@pk-realestate.com, or you can visit my website. It's called pk-realestate.com. That is my website. I hope it makes sense. I hope you have a great time. If you have any questions, just text me. Thank you so much.